Hi, second grade. This is Mrs. Thomas, and today I'm coming to you to talk a little bit about some of the different series that we have in our fiction section for chapter books. These books would be great books for you second graders to start into. Some of them may even be good for some end of first grade or even into third grade books. So I'm going to tell you about a lot of different books today, and then you can think about checking these out when you're in the library. So first off, I'm going to start with Ballpark Mysteries, and I grabbed two of these. We have a whole bunch of these. This is about Mike and Katie, or Mike and Kate. They are cousins, and they go to solve different mysteries that are usually connected somehow to baseball or the ballpark. This one is called the All-Star Joker, and this one is the Pinstripe Ghost. And these are written by David Kelly, the series is. And if you like mysteries, like trying to figure out who did it or what's going on, this would be a great series for you. All right, the next series I have is Katie Kazoo Switcheroo. And we have several of these, and I pulled Anyone But Me, Out to Lunch, and Any Way You Slice It, but we have other ones. Katie is a girl who, she's a third grader actually, and she always has extraordinary problems, and she's trying to find extraordinary ways to solve her problems. So in Any Way You Slice It, she's gonna help her favorite pizza shop run a pizza eating contest. So she's never done any of this before. She has never even cooked without her mom before, and she ends up trying to like help the chef, and you can imagine the mess, as you can see on the picture, that makes. So she's always having problems and having things kind of crazy and extreme happen to her, and then she has to get out of them. So again, that's another good one. There are a few pictures within that one. Okay, next up I have Ready Freddy by Abby Klein, and I pulled Tooth Trouble, Stop That Hamster, and The King of Show and Tell. So this is Ready Freddy is Freddy Thresher, and he gets in trouble a lot. And for like instance in this one, he never has anything good for show and tell. So he decides to find something really exciting, and he sneaks in something secret from his parents, as you can see in the picture, to show everybody, and ends up scaring them. So this is another one where there's some pictures, but some text. And it's a series, there's lots of different ones, but if he's kind of an ornery boy who gets into some trouble and does some different things that he has to then get out of without getting in too much trouble. Okay, next up we have the Boxcar Children. The Boxcar Children are about siblings Henry, Jesse, Violet, and Benny, and they used to live alone in a boxcar. A boxcar is the train car. It looks like a train car, kind of like a caboose, is what I'm envisioning, the brown color, and they lived there. Now their grandpa has taken them in, and they're living with their grandpa. So different things happen while they live with their grandpa. Most of them are mysteries, and in each book they're trying to solve or figure out what the mystery is or what's going on. This one is written by Patricia McLaughlin, and it is the Boxcar Children, the beginning. So this is kind of how they got started, how they became the Boxcar Children. And then we have a whole series of these, which are written by Gertrude Warner, which are the actual mysteries. So this is the Treehouse Mystery, and this is Mystery in the Cave. So again, if you like mysteries, these are a little text heavier. So these would definitely be second grade and into third grade, okay? All right, next up, I have the Zigzag Kids. These are by Patricia Riley Giff, and she's an author who has won some awards. And this is about different kids. It's a multicultural group, as you can see from the pictures, who get together and they hang out at the activity center after school each day, kind of like a Y Care. So they hang out there, and then, they get into different, sometimes trouble, or sometimes different things happen, or different people come. So, in this one, Mitchell is worried, and he thinks he's the only kid who didn't get a prize on prize day, but then he realizes he really is a winner at something really terrific. And we have several of these. These are kind of fun because they're written in some different fonts, as you can see, and there's some pictures. So this is the Big Whopper, and this is Number One Kid. So those were Zigzag Kids. Okay, we have Judy Moody and Stink. Judy Moody, these are really funny. If you want funny books, I would definitely check these out. So Judy Moody is a girl, and Stink is her brother. Okay, and that's what she calls him, Stink. So this is the big bad blackout. And these are kind of fun little books. They have text, they have some pictures, sometimes they have some color to them. And then this is the Mad, Mad, Mad Treasure Hunt, same thing, as you can see inside. This is a great, perfect series for second grade. I would encourage all of you to check out Judy Moody and Stink. But then we also have Stink has his own series. He didn't write it, but the character has his own series. So these are books just about her silly, crazy brother. So if you want the brother and sister book, you need Judy Moody and Stink. If you want just the brother, then we have a whole collection written by the same author, Megan McDonald, related to Stink. These are illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. If you know who that is, he wrote The Dot and some other books that we have in the Everybody section. So, in this one, Stink grosses everybody out when he goes to the Science Museum. But then there's some cool stuff he likes at the Science Museum, like things that are smelly and gross and old that other people don't like, but it's right up his alley. So those are super fun books. And so you can do Judy Moody and Stink, or you could just do Stink. All right, we have, and it looks like maybe somebody checked out one of mine that I had sitting here, but we have the Owl Diaries is another series. These are all about Eva the owl. So this is Eva and baby Mo is this one, and they're written by Rebecca Elliott. And these are kind of set up really fun, almost like a comic book on the inside. As you can see, it's not a ton of just text. So they're a little easier to read. This would definitely be a second grade book, maybe even the end of first grade. So for some of you, this is going to be like right on what you need. So in each book, and you don't have to read them in order, they're a series, but you don't have to read them in order. Eva and the owls have different, adventures and things that happen to them. And, in this one, she's taking care of baby Mo. And she's just a fun, cute little owl. Okay, if you like more mysteries, we have a lot of mysteries. I pulled some A to Z mysteries, and there's more than just these three. We have the three kids, Dink, Josh, and Ruth Rose are the three kids in the A to Z mystery series. And in each book, like this is the White Wolf, this is the Absent Author, and this is the Vampire's Vacation. That cover's funny. And in these, they're trying to solve different mysteries, kind of like that first series I told you about. So different things are happening around the world, and the three kids are trying to solve the mystery, the whodunit or what's going on. Like this one, could there really be a vampire in town? And they're trying to figure that out. So if you like mysteries, you may not even know if you might like mysteries. So maybe give one of those a shot, and I'll show you the inside. These are, text heavy with a few small little pictures. So that again is A to Z Mysteries. And then we have Galaxy Zach. And this one is Three's a Crowd, Return to Earth, and Science Fair Disaster. So these books, we have a lot of these. As you can see, this is number 13. So Galaxy Zach is about Zach, the boy. He's the main character in the books, and he again has different things happen to him. So in this one, it's a science fair disaster. So he's trying his hardest to have the science fair, do really well at his project, and then it just turns into a mess. And you'll see that there's some pictures and some text in these. They're not usually in color. They're just black and white in the book. There's some more pages. So not necessarily, this is not like a mystery. This is just different adventures that this boy goes on. And he's in space, because that's why it's called Galaxy. Okay. All right. So next up, let's do My Weirdest School and My Weirder School. Okay. So we have two different series that kind of go into one because they're by the same author, Dan Gutman. So this is Miss Cuddy is Nutty, Miss Brown is Upside Down, and Miss Child Has Gone Wild. So these books are part of the Weirder and Weirdest School series. And this is this weird, crazy school. If you want a funny book these are the books for you, okay, in this series. They're really funny. Things happen at the school that aren't normal, you know, not the normal thing, as you can see by the titles of them. This one, the elementary school, just got $1 million, and it's a lot of money, but AJ and his friends know how they are going to spend it. They're going to make a brand new TV station for the morning announcements. But what could go wrong? Well, you can imagine what's going to go wrong. And this is Miss Brown is Upside Down. The brain games are coming to the school, and the school's name is Ella. And then the second name is Mentary. So instead of elementary, it's 2 names. Miss Brown will help the kids do creative projects like build a bridge out of toothpicks or design a remote control car. But then the kids have to compete against Dirk School to win the grand prize, a free trip to Pizza World. What could go wrong? Okay. So there's always like something connected to school. These are funny. Okay. So if you want a funny book, definitely check those out. Okay. Let's talk about Captain Awesome. And I know some of you guys have already found Captain Awesome books. This is Captain Awesome Gets Crushed, Captain Awesome and the Spooky Scary House, and Captain Awesome and the Easter Egg Bandit. So this is just a couple of what we have. There's a bunch of them over there. You know, Eugene is the boy. And let me show you the inside. This is probably into 1st grade, into 2nd. This is a great transition book for you guys. And so this is the boy Eugene, where he thinks he is the superhero, and he's trying to do all these amazing things in his town and help people and save people. Like on this one, you know, there's Charlie and Sally both get yummy candy and notes from secret admirers, and Eugene starts to feel left out. Is this all part of an evil plan to defeat the Sunnyview superhero squad once and for all? Will Captain Awesome survive Valentine's Day? You know, that's what that one is. So those are fun. They're sometimes funny too, and he's trying to solve different problems. Again, it's another these are all series, so there's multiple books there. Okay. We have Cam Jansen by David Adler, and we have a bunch of Cam Jansens. This is The Mystery of Flight 54, The Chocolate Fudge Mystery, and The First Day of School Mystery. So Cam is the girl, and sometimes her friend Eric or other friends are in the books with her. And you'll see these are all kind of mysteries too. So for this one, for instance, Cam and Eric never expected to find a mystery by selling candy bars door to door for the school fundraiser, but that's what happened. When Cam noticed there's a full trash can outside of a house that's supposed to be deserted, she suspects that someone is hiding inside. Cam doesn't know who's in the house, but she's going to find out. So, and let me show you the inside of some of these. These are a little more text. There's not a lot of pictures on the inside, but again, a great series and chapter book. So those are Cam Jansen, perfect for 2nd grade. A lot of mystery with that, if you like the mystery and they're trying to solve mysteries. I know in the past we've read some of the Arthur books, and we do have some Arthur chapter books, if you know about Arthur and DW and all their friends. And these just come in chapters, and there are some pictures inside. And you know, it's just like this everybody books for Arthur. There's different things are happening with Arthur or his friends and different situations. This one is Arthur in the Pen Pal playoff, and this is Arthur in the big blow up. So it looks like there's a fight at the soccer game. But these are over in the fiction section, even though we have Arthur books over in the everybody section too. So this would be a good chapter book series for you to get into as well. They're just kind of fun and exciting. Okay, we have Flat Stanley. Flat Stanley is a boy who has been, his name is Stanley Lambchop, and he has been basically turned into like this poster, like a thin piece of paper that can fold up and get mailed and shipped. That's in number 1. So if you want to read the first one, you don't have to read it first. But if you want to read the first one, it kind of explains what happens. And then usually at the beginning of each one, it gives a little overview about it, but not always. But these are some of the later ones. This is Framed in France. So he starts like going to other countries, and this is Escape to California. So these are his worldwide adventures, and he's going all over to try to, you know, solve again some mysteries and crimes and trying to figure out what's going on with different things that are happening to him and his family and friends. You know, this one he's trying to help solve a crime at a museum in France, and he folds himself up and he can be mailed and go anywhere, and he does all these cool things when he gets there. So read the first one if you want the backstory. Otherwise, you can kind of read them out of order. Okay, if you like Batman and Superman, I do have these. They're not necessarily a series, but they're good chapter books for 2nd grade, and I'll show you what those look like inside. They are in color, and there's some pictures, and I know some of you guys liked the superhero books over in the Everybody section in 1st grade. So for 2nd grade, these are superhero books, but a little bit better because it's the chapter book. So it's a little bit more for your level. So we have a couple of these kind of scattered around the library, these superhero ones. So if you don't see one to check out, ask us and we can help you find those. Okay. Next up, I'm going to show you this series. I found this series in our library. I don't know a whole lot about it, honestly. It looks to me like, from what I've read about it, if you're someone who likes Harry Potter, this would be a good series for you. So this series is called The Secrets of Droon, and then we have Dream Thief, and we have The Great Ice Battle, and we have Pirates of the Purple Dawn. So these are more fantasy books, and we haven't had a lot of fantasy yet, probably for 2nd grade. So these are more made up like different creatures, like you'll see in this one with the guys there fighting with the swords, but then there's this boy. So it's kind of like magic and wizards would be this kind of theme of these books. But as I look through them, and you'll see here on the inside, they're a good level for 2nd grade. I looked through them and kind of read about them. I really think that if you're somebody who you liked Harry Potter at the movies, or if you've had Harry Potter read to you, that this would be an awesome series for you to get into and start reading yourself. So again, it's called The Secrets of Doom. So you might want to check that out, okay? All right, I grabbed the Animal Arc books. They are a little more text heavy. So this is definitely 2nd into 3rd grade. There's not pictures, but these, I know we have some friends out there who are fans of animals. So these are some different ones. We have Hedgehogs in the Hall, and then we have Husky in a Hut, and Ponies at the Point. So it's not just, we have other series that are about dogs or series about cats and some different ones, but this series, each book is about a different animal and different, you know, situation going on with the animal. So Animal Arc is a place that like takes care of animals and takes them in, and so that's why the series is named Animal Arc. It's like a veterinary clinic, like a animal rehab. So on each one, they take in these different animals and they're trying to help them. So in this one, Mandy is the girl's name. She's trying to help the animal, and her family and James are on vacation, and they end up finding these ponies on the beach, and this little baby needs help because the halter on her face is cutting her face, so they have to try to help her, and then also figure out who put that rope on her and how can they, you know, track that person down. So that's Animal Arc. Okay, just a couple more. I have Jigsaw Jones mystery. So Jigsaw Jones is another mystery. Jigsaw Jones is the name of the boy, and Mila Yee is the girl, and they always can find anything that's been missing or lost. So this one's in a magic show. They have to find the missing dinosaur, and this one they have to crack a secret message. This is the case of the buried treasure. So Jigsaw Jones is the boy. He's the main character, and again, he and his friend are trying to solve different mysteries. We have Andy Shane. This is another nice little series about this boy. I think we have 6 of them. This is a great starting chapter book. This is great for most of you guys. And then the last one I have is I got the Powder Puff Puzzle and Fancy Feet. This is a series, the Dell Young Yearling series. And these are just different, you know, friends and things that are happening with kids. This one's, you know, the Powder Puff Puzzle. And this one is Fancy Feet. You know, something's happening at dance here. So those are ones you can check out. We have a whole bunch of these, and there are some pictures inside and some words. So all of these books and these series, I'm going to leave them out on the front table for checkout, so that when you guys get done watching this video, you can definitely check out any of these books and, start your chapter book reading. So I hope you enjoy. And if you have questions about these series or any others, please let us know.